Do you find yourself dozing off at the office, in class, or maybe the subway commute? Or maybe you have enough energy for work and school, but having trouble finding the energy to do things you want to do in life? Well, you're definitely not alone. In fact, according to a study released in June 2020 from studyfinds.org, 60% of adults say they are now more tired now than they have ever been before. So why is it that we're all so tired, and what can we do about it? In today's video, we'll be discussing the 10 reasons why you're always tired. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel, as well as click the notification bell so you never miss a video. And let's get right into it, starting with number 1, a sedentary lifestyle. Most of us feel like we don't have enough energy or motivation to complete our recommended 30 minutes of exercise a day, and when we finally do exercise, we usually come out of it feeling happy and more energized. Lack of exercise could be a key component of your fatigue. In fact, research suggests that people with chronic fatigue syndrome tend to have lower strength and endurance. However, the study showed that people with chronic fatigue syndrome had a considerable increase in their daily energy when incorporating an exercise regime. A great way to change your sedentary lifestyle is to make simple changes to your everyday life. For example, instead of taking the elevator, take the stairs. Instead of sitting on the subway commute, stand. Instead of trying to find the closest parking spot, park far away from the entrance. Even better, leave the car at home and walk or take a bike. These simple energy-exerting activities throughout the day all add up. Plus, each time you exert a little energy, such as walking up a flight of stairs, a subtle amount of endorphins are released, making you happier and more energized throughout the day. Number 2, lack of high-quality sleep. Okay, so it's no surprise that the lack of sleep has a direct effect on how tired we are throughout the day. But what if you did get your full 8 hours and you're still dragging your feet throughout the day? Well, if those 8 hours of sleep weren't 8 hours of quality sleep, you might be in trouble. For a good quality sleep to happen, the sleeping period must be uninterrupted, which allows your brain to go through all 5 stages of sleep. Quality sleep also allows for your body to regulate your hormones and energy levels while releasing hormones and processing memory. Some common factors for a lack of quality sleep include eating before bed, consuming too much caffeine, living a sedentary lifestyle, and a lack of a sleep schedule. On the contrary, a few great ways to combat these factors is to go to bed at the same time every night, exercise throughout the day, or consider taking a nap throughout the day. In fact, pilots use napping as a way to decrease fatigue and increase concentration for long flights. Number 3, not eating enough calories. Our 2 main energy sources as humans happens to be sleep and food. So when either of these energy sources are depleted or inadequate, we can expect some fatigue and brain fog. Calories is actually a measurement of energy that the food provides us. When we consume too much energy, or calories, without exerting that energy through exercise, we tend to gain fat as a storage mechanism. The opposite is true with lack of calories. If we aren't consuming enough calories from whole foods throughout the day, we will directly feel the fatigue as a result. This is a fatigue that no amount of caffeine or sugar drinks can mask. A common issue that a lot of people face as a result of a busy lifestyle is consuming too few calories throughout the day and then consuming a large amount of calories in the evening before bed, which results in poor sleep and fatigue the next day, which can quickly become a vicious cycle of caffeine, energy crashing, and binging. It's best to stick to 3 whole full meals a day with snacks in between in order to maintain a consistent energy level. Number 4, too many refined carbs. Okay, so maybe you are eating enough calories. You may even be over-consuming calories. Why are you still tired? Well, the emphasis on consuming whole foods is an important one. The average American diet is made up of refined carbohydrates, processed foods, and caffeine, which is a sad cocktail directly resulting in inconsistent energy and mood levels. In simple terms, refined carbohydrates are quick energy sources that your body can break down and use quickly. They are great if we have the energy expending activities to use the energy towards, such as athletes. But with the average American working a sedentary lifestyle, the consumption of refined carbohydrates poses an ill effect on our health and energy levels. Refined carbs such as bagels, breakfast cereals, pastries, bread, tortillas, etc. give us a boost of quick energy with a heavy crash. You can swap refined carbs with unrefined carbohydrates like whole grains, non-starchy vegetables and legumes, which are slow-releasing energy carbohydrates resulting in sustained energy levels and no crash. Number 5. Food sensitivities. Now, what if you've been eating all the right foods consistently and you're still tired? Well, if you've ruled out every other possibility of why you could be tired, it's a good idea to get a food sensitivity test. Even if you are eating all the energy-boosting, unrefined carbohydrates, high-protein meals, if you have a food sensitivity, your body may not be adequately absorbing the nutrients it's consuming. When people think about food sensitivity, they often think of rashes, digestive issues, or headaches. However, fatigue is a common symptom that is often overlooked. The most common intolerances are gluten, dairy, eggs, soy, corn, and wheat. And the best way to further investigate your possible intolerance is to keep a food diary. Try the elimination diet, or see an allergist or dietitian to have testing. Number 6. High stress levels. It's simple. Stress is a major energy drainer. A normal amount of stress is normal and is accounted for in our daily energy levels in order to keep us motivated and growing as individuals. However, numerous studies have proved that an excessive amount of stress has a direct link to fatigue levels. Although we may not be able to dodge stressful situations on a day-to-day basis, we are responsible for implementing ways for ourselves to actively reduce and deal with the stress levels we have to avoid feeling the wrath of running away from it, which can be exhausting. Literally. Stress also has a major effect on our ability to get quality sleep, eat properly, and find the motivation to exercise, which are all crucial steps to kicking your fatigue. So, managing stress is among the most important ways to reduce your daily fatigue. Number 7. Underlying conditions. Okay, enough about self-improvement. You may just be constantly tired because of an underlying condition that you don't have control of, or maybe not even know you have. Underlying conditions such as anemia or iron deficiency, diabetes or pre-diabetes, thyroid issues, menopause, or even heart disease can all affect your body's ability to properly process and absorb nutrients and energy levels. These underlying conditions could have an effect on other areas of your life that are closely related to sleep as well, such as difficulty exercising due to fluctuations in blood sugar and blood oxygen levels. Most of these conditions can be easily detected with simple testing. Number 8. Lack of hydration. The human body is made up of about 60% water. So, it's no surprise that inadequate water intake has a direct effect on our energy levels and bodily functions. Our bodies process hundreds of biochemical reactions on a daily basis, all of which require the use of water. Water that needs to be replaced consistently. Hence the recommendation for a daily intake of 8 8-ounce glasses of water, which can vary depending on weight, age, gender, and size. Another thing to keep in mind is that the feeling of being thirsty is one of the body's first symptoms of degradation, meaning your body needed water long before it signaled you that it's thirsty. Water is your body's preferred way of consuming liquids, and coffee or soda is not a replacement. In fact, these diuretic drinks can actually cause your body to become more dehydrated than you were before drinking them. Number 9. Caffeine reliance. Speaking of coffee, if you are so tired that your days are fueled by one coffee after another, or you find that you're always sipping your favourite energy drink, you have your answer. Many people that think they have an underlying problem that is to blame for their chronic fatigue, it could just be that they are completely depleted of all their energy stores and lack essential nutrients. Caffeine not only acts as a meal replacement due to its appetite-suppressing effects, but because the real reason caffeine gives you energy is because it's pulling energy from the emergency energy stores that your body holds in case of a need for fight or flight response. This is what makes caffeine so addictive, because you wake up the next day feeling very depleted, resulting in the need for another caffeine boost to get the cycle started again. According to PubMed Central, a study showed that although the consumption of energy drinks led to increased alertness and improved mood, the participants experienced excessive sleepiness the following day. Number 10. Too much screen time. Last, and probably considered least due to the addictiveness of our electronic devices, excessive screen time. I think we can say we are all guilty of this. With the rise in entertainment and social platforms over the last decade, we have all fallen into the trap of mindless screen time at one point or another. Some of us have even made a habit out of it, and that's where it can take a toll on our sleep quality. According to the sleepfoundation.org, all electronic devices emit artificial blue light that may suppress the release of melatonin, the body's sleep-inducing hormone. This, in turn, can then interfere with the body's internal clock that sends alerts for when it's time to sleep and wake up. They also claim that the more time someone spends in front of an electronic device, especially if it's before bed, the greater delay in the release of melatonin, resulting in a difficulty sleeping. A good way to reduce your blue light exposure is to try out blue light blocking glasses and turn off your device 2 hours before bed. Well, that's it for today's video, Psychos. Let us know in the comments below if you feel like you're always tired than normal. Also, make sure to leave us a like, share this video with your friends, and also subscribe to our channel for more Psycho videos. We hope you learned something, and we'll see you in the next video.